Joe Biden falsely claimed President Trump never condemned David Duke or white supremacism, which begs the question, is Grandpa Joe an unrepentant serial liar, or is the declining 128-year-old mentally unfit to be president? The answer might be both. During a speech this week in Iowa, while he wasn't forgetting which decade it was when it was, the 60s, Biden was either spreading an audacious and easily disproven lie about Trump, or he's too feeble to remember the countless times Trump denounced former Ku Klux Klan leader David Duke, neo-Nazis, racism, and white supremacism. Because Biden's speech is a bit rambling and confusing, I've cleaned it up so that what he's saying is clear. You would think he would sound a little sharper after 2 weeks in the Virgin Islands, but we still get Slow Joe's barely decipherable gibberish. David Duke, head of the Ku Klux Klan, former head of the Klan. When that group came out of the woods carrying those torches, Duke said, quote, "That's why we voted for Donald Trump." Duke, I think, said he would take the country back. White nationalist Richard Spencer, he hailed Trump. He said, "This is the white nationalism we've been looking for." Did you hear Trump condemn either one of those people, ever utter a word of condemnation? Ever a word of condemnation? While I don't doubt Jolted Joe spends most of his TV time watching what people his age call their stories, Matlock, Murder, She Wrote, so maybe he missed something we all call the news. But as you will see in the video compilation below, Trump has repeatedly condemned all of it, and it's on video. There's no debate over whether or not Trump has condemned and disavowed Duke and racism and white supremacism and white nationalism and the KKK. We have the freaking video. Joe Biden just reiterated his false attack on President Trump that he has never condemned David Duke or white supremacists. Here are just 7 examples of President Trump condemning them. pic.twitter.com/NHLZRKBLFZ, Francis Brennan, @FrancisBrennan, August 20, 2019. Here's some more examples. So there are really only 3 explanations for the dimwit-stumwittedness. Biden is a serial liar. Biden's brain is so scrambled he really doesn't know Trump has repeatedly condemned every form of white supremacism. Biden's brain is so scrambled he thinks no one else knows Trump has repeatedly condemned every form of white supremacism. In other words, Joe believes he's the only one who has the tapes. Biden repeatedly tried the same thing with the Very Fine People hoax, a serial lie he repeated serially even though the transcript is achingly clear that Trump went out of his way to distinguish between the legitimate and well-intentioned protesters in Charlottesville, and the white supremacists. Is Grandpa Joe forgetting even more stuff now, or is Grandpa just a really bad guy? Follow John Nolte on Twitter @NolteNC. Follow his Facebook page here. Let's block ads. Why?